Groundbreaking potential master's degree is just steps away from being approved for the University of Nebraska, Omaha.
After the pandemic and other natural disasters like the hurricanes that hit Florida, local experts say the complexity of the healthcare supply chain has only grown, and now they're working to solve that with the tools that are already available.
KE2 News Watch 7's Maddie Augustine breaks down why this degree is important. She's in the newsroom. Maddie.
Yeah, Bill, Quinicia, the master's degree would merge classes that already exist at the University of Nebraska Omaha and the University of Nebraska Medical Center to create the first of its kind degree, focusing on the healthcare supply chain management.
The world's changing, and the supply chain that we used to rely on, that we used to just automatically have, is now becoming far more complex.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, issues with sourcing protective gear and other medical supplies were happening all over the country. In 2022, following the pandemic, faculty at the University of Nebraska Medical Center and the University of Nebraska Omaha say questions started to be asked on how to better manage the healthcare supply chain.
The key question is, how do we manage things better? How can we become more resilient so the impact is not so severe?
And more recently, after hurricanes and natural disasters destroyed water sterilization factories, shortages in IV fluids impacting hospitals.
Imagine if it's, IV solution or other instruments or something that's manufactured and all of a sudden it stops. Those are critical components.
Issues local experts say need to be handled proactively. Their solution? Creating a master's degree in healthcare logistics and supply chain management, offered through the UNO College of Business.
It'll put them with the ability to strategically think ahead months, weeks, years, and put together something that the hospital's going to need, because we cannot have what happened in COVID where we were reactionary.
It's something Stephen Peters, faculty at the College of Public Health at UNMC, says is crucial.
Everyone's vulnerable. Every hospital is vulnerable, and us in the Midwest especially, because unfortunately, we have to work through the two coasts, right, that have far more population.
The 30-credit-hour online program would be made of courses already existing at both UNMC and UNO. And Stephen Scholes, Associate Professor of Logistics and Supply Chain Management for UNO, says the key goal is to add value to the economy by creating jobs and leveraging the talent and technology that already exists, all while advancing the supply chain forward.
If we can do that, we can raise the quality of care to more individuals than ever, whether they're in rural areas or underrepresented populations.
The master's degree would be the first in the nation. It still needs 2 more votes of approval before it would become available to students. One of those votes is tomorrow during the Board of Regents meeting. And Scholes says if approved, the earliest they could begin offering the degree would be in the spring of 2025. Back to you.
Fascinating, Maddie. Thank you.